I'm Latanya DeVaughn, and I'm a mom to three. As a lifelong Bronx resident, opening a local bookstore was my dream, but financially unfeasible. So I built a mobile bookstore to make books affordable and accessible for my community. I was raised by my grandmother. We didn't have a lot of money, but when she spent, it was for an experience, and she would take me to the bookstores. We didn't have access to many bookstores in the Bronx, so we went to Manhattan. The train ride to Manhattan felt really, really long, but that was the only place we could go to get affordable books. So that's where my love for used books started to manifest. My financial independence started at 19 when my grandmother passed away. I didn't have a safety net, so I was always extra careful with money. I knew better than to spend outside of my means. And if I want something, I know that there's a way for me to attain it. I became a mom in 2004. I was married for about 10 years. We were a two-income household. I waited till Aaron turned 1. I went on to work at another company to do accounting, but anyone who knew me knew that I always wanted to own a bookstore. The Bronx was without a bookstore for almost 4 years. So when I wasn't happy at a job, my friends would just say, well, why don't you just start the bookstore? And I'm like, oh, the rents are just too high. The rents could run anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. But then my friend showed me a book truck. From the moment that I saw the book truck, I started to manifest this concept of the mobile bookstore. I decided to go with it and start Bronx Bound Books. May 5th, 2019, I had a business reveal and let people know that I was raising money to eventually buy the bus. Your community is your most valuable asset when starting a small business. And I felt like if people saw me investing in myself and investing in Bronx Bound Books, they would invest as well. My original goal was $65,000, and I didn't feel comfortable asking for that amount. So I thought of ways to reduce that. I started to shift my concept into converting a shuttle bus. A shuttle bus is also smaller, so the conversion only cost $19,000 compared to the low end of a school bus, which was $40,000. After the reveal, I started to collect used books from the community. Other publishers started to send me free books. All I was paying for was storage, which was about $150 a month. And from that point on, my community has been supporting me. At the time, I was working at the New York Historical Society, and it was a very comfortable position, but it just didn't fill my heart. That January, I left, and my supervisor at the time said, oh, you're leaving us to go follow your dreams? And I said, yes, I am. During this time, I did have to revamp my savings to not really interrupt my children's life because I wanted to start this bookstore. I did take a part-time position to still have an income as well. I started to sell used books at farmers market, and I was able to save $3,600, and that's how I was able to purchase the bus. I applied for this grant to small businesses and was able to receive a $20,000 grant to do the conversion. The original launch date was supposed to be June 26th, but Labor Day weekend 2021 was the first time the bus was out. The bus is still not painted on the outside, but I didn't want to wait for perfection, because if I kept waiting, Bronx Bound Books would not be out and about. And I'm also being transparent with my community again. Hey, the bus will have a beautiful mural on it, but right now I'm raising money to paint the mural. So I'm bringing the people with me on this journey, and they feel like they're part of it. When you bring a bookstore fully stocked with Black authors and people of color on the covers of the books, it gives them the power of choice. A woman was in tears and said, this is beautiful for the kids of today to see themselves when they walk in here. There's so many future plans for Bronx Bound Books. I want to partner with schools to do book fairs that are fair in price and representation. And for my family, I want them to be proud of where they come from, and I want it to continue to be an inspiration for them to follow their dreams.